Tennessee has got its first commitment in the class of 2027, and it just so happens to be a legacy player, a descendant of a Vols legend. We'll tell you who next. Hey, Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. So, Tennessee has picked up its very first pledge in the class of 2027, and it is linebacker J.P. Peace out of West High School right there in Tennessee's backyard in Knoxville. Peace is the grandson of former Tennessee offensive lineman and, of course, legendary head coach Philip Fulmer. 6'3", 215 pounds, a fantastic player on the defense of a powerhouse program that's used to winning state championships in West High School. Now, 247 Sports, again, has him as a 3-star prospect and has Power 4 offers like Virginia Tech, Kentucky, Florida State, among others, already on the table for J.P. Peace, but he is going to stay home and play for the Vols, following in the footsteps of not just his grandfather, Philip Fulmer, but also his father, Robert Peace, who many Tennessee fans might remember as a really good linebacker on those Philip Fulmer teams in the early 2000s. Robert Peace went on to marry Fulmer's oldest daughter, Courtney, and now J.P. Peace will follow in the footsteps of both his dad and his grandfather. Now, it's not just Fulmer that makes up the coaching lineage for J.P. Peace. His grandfather on his dad, Robert's side, was Joe Raymond Peace, who was the head coach at Louisiana Tech for several years in the 90s. So the football lineage runs deep for J.P. Peace, and he's going to head to the University of Tennessee. Obviously, it's very early in the class of 2027, so like I mentioned, he's the very first commitment. But while we're here, take a quick look at the latest with the upcoming class of 2026, as there's a lot going on. Tennessee last weekend wrapped up a massive visit weekend with several big-time prospects on campus, including 5-star wide receiver Tristan Keys. And suddenly, coming out of last weekend, the Vols have a ton of momentum with the blue-chip prospect. 247 Sports already submitting some crystal balls for Tennessee to land Tristan Keys, who I imagine it would be very attractive for him to get to Tennessee to play with 5-star quarterback commit Faison Brandon, who has been turning heads all week long at the Elite 11 finals. Faison Brandon, as we've told you, has risen up to the number 1 overall player for 247 Sports in the class of 2026. He is a good player to build around in that recruiting class, but the Vols have got to follow it up with elite players to put around him like Tristan Keys, the 5-star receiver. So we'll see where that goes, but right now, momentum on Tennessee's side, and another legacy player is coming to Rocky Top.